Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have my cat today with me. I don't know how long he will sit though. If you watched my video yesterday about the handover, there is something I actually forgot to mention because I was a little bit in a hurry because I was waiting for my friend. So what I want to mention is, I have a sticky tape for him from the hospital. Maybe he will play. What I forgot to mention is that when you check in on your patients, okay, just before the handover starts, make sure that you check all the devices that they have. Devices like IDCs, any IV infusions that are going, maybe there is a pain relief pump going in a subcar to someone who is end of life, let's say, or palliative or whatever. Maybe there are fluids been running through the night. If someone has any drains, any draining devices going to different cavities in the body. So all of this is important to check, because a lot of times when you give handover at evening time, like at night, when you finish at 11 o'clock at evening, and well, considering the night, right, because it's really late, when you finish at that time and you're giving handover to the night shift, okay, it is important to mention those devices. Why? Because sometimes people who are on a night shift, okay, they miss these things. They do go check on a patient, but if you didn't mention that there is a device like IDC, for example, someone is having ADC, which is a catheter, yes, so the urine coming out to the bag, in a simple words. If you didn't mention that and the person didn't go through the note, through the handover printout sheet properly in details, they might not empty that catheter bag through the night. And then what will happen, the bag will become more and more full to the point that it will start to backflow to your bladder again, or just burst, you know. That can cause infection. That's just painful to the person, you know, because your wee doesn't have to, like, it doesn't have a space to run anywhere, basically, you know. And what's happening at night time during the night shift is that we don't really go and turn on the lights. Okay, we use the torch to see if the patient is safe, if the patient is still breathing, you know. We don't shine it like to the face, you know. But yeah, it's very important to hand over those devices to upcoming shift, and also for you to also check them, okay, because anything can happen through the night. The shift might get really hectic if they had a lot of med calls. So everyone on a ward, and we have like 7 to 8 nurses on a ward, they would be going to that particular bed to help and assist, you know, or maybe someone been demanding or behavioral or a wanderer through the night, okay. So sometimes IDCs forgotten to be emptied, so it's your job in the morning also to check that, okay, because it's very important. And if it's a drain, let's say, and go into your cavity where your lungs are, you know, or the abdomen or whatever, just look at that site, see if it's not inflamed, if there is no signs of infection, if the dressing is still okay. Ask if the dressing has been changed or when is it due to change, things like that. If someone has any cannulas or arterial lines, like PICC lines and all of that, check the dressing as well. Check if it doesn't bleed, check if it's still in place, you know. If the fluids are running, make sure to have a look what the fluid is, you know, and just make sure that it's going okay, there is no inflammation, there is no phlebotomies, it's nothing around the cannula side, you know, just making sure it's all good. It takes literally seconds, really, just quickly having a look around, you know, to see what's going on there. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Also about the dressings, usually during the handover, we handing over if person has any pressure injuries or any other types of wounds, bruises, ulcers, infectious wounds, wounds that are linked to diabetes, things like that. We handing them over to make sure that the person knows that this patient has this and this type of wound, where it is, the location, if the wound was obtained in our ward or the person already came with that wound. Sometimes we have patients who have in-hospital transfers. They come to us from different wards, and we also have patients who come to my ward from ED, from the emergency department, right to us. Okay, so it is important when you have an new admission to do the skin assessment, to make sure if anyone comes to us with a pressure injury, let's say, we have patients who come from nursing homes, to document that the pressure injury stage such and such was already there. Okay, because if one of our patients gained a pressure injury while they are on our ward, there will be a fine. Okay, I think it's from the stage 3 we can receive a fine. Okay, so it's very important. So yeah, so same as you check in devices, when you're handing them over, when you're receiving your patients, also hand over wounds. Okay, it is important. And say if it's due today to be changed, mention it to the nurse that this patient needs his wound to be changed, and it's located there and there, and it's such and such type of wound. Okay, so yeah, so these few things I didn't add to my previous video because I forgot and I was kind of in hurry. But yeah, again, keep asking questions in a comment section below. If you feel like I missed something and you want me to cover it in my next videos, feel free to ask me questions, and I will add it, and I will explain to you based on my own experience and on my own knowledge, yeah, of working in this field. Even though I've been working not too many years yet, it's been 4 years now, but yeah, I still can help you as much as I can. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.